Hello, please. Hello.
It's
Very
unbelievable.
good. Hello, no, very good. Hey, listen, y'all. We figured we'd do a follow up because we encountered a rarity, a rarity on our videos. And you know what we like? We like clarity. Um, and we want to make sure that people understood that we watch and we will make sure that we clarify and prove the things we say if asked to. So we're going to go over some comments. And oddly enough, the guy that was on the screen, the yellow shirt kid, commented on the video that we did yesterday or it's Monday. And there he is, Matt Nuclear. I love seeing you guys react to my V8. What a trio. So I asked him to come on. Haven't heard back from him, so I'm hoping. Now, the real stuff showed up in this guy's comment. Ye karba darka darka. All right, he said, she is right. You cannot rely on statistics and just take them as is. You need to scrutinize them using other academic theories from other branches of academics like social sciences. That's not an academic branch, by the way. Anyway, legal theories and etc. and etc. You need to always ask who benefits from these numbers reflecting X, and you need to think about why those numbers are. Okay. And this other lady, Crystal, or Chris, I think it's Crystal Link or whatever, Crystal Link. Anyway, I listened to the entire video, and this comment is 100% correct. This comment, I'm assuming. Okay. So let's see if what they're saying is correct. You cannot depend only on statistics. Did she mention statistics in her rebuttals?
Man, she mentioned something about statistics.
Did she mention redlining?
Yes.
She did.
How do they know how many people have been affected by redlining? Is it not through statistics?
Yes.
I don't.
You shouldn't trust statistics, right? But only, especially those that benefit you. I don't see you calling her out on depending on statistics for redlining because you believe in redlining. You see, that's what you call confirmation. What's that word? Last name? Oh, bias. So I did you a solid. I'm going to do exactly what you say we should do. Don't rely on statistics. Don't take them just like at first value, and compare them across other academia like social and legal in terms of theories. I don't know how you compare a stat with legal theories, but I'm gonna let you figure that one out. I didn't know you could compare a stat with a legal theory.
Wait, so this commenter wants us to pit America is 75% white to.
I don't know. I don't know what they're wanting to do.
I'm confused.
I'm trying to figure it out myself. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at some things from a statistician point of view. So let's go here. Let's go to this page. This is called PMC, okay? This is a PubMed Central. And this particular thing that they did was called Police Brutality and Racism in America. Now, here's my question. Should I take what I find on this page to heart, or do I take it and compare it to, say, FBI databases? And if I take it and I compare it to FBI database, which one should I believe? This one or the FBI? Especially if the FBI says something different. So which one, in your estimation, great old wise one in the comment section, the one that knows all and can tell me exactly, Mr. Yakerber, tell me which one I should believe when there are massive discrepancies between the two. Should I believe the ones I want to believe or believe the ones that you want me to believe? I mean, you tell me I can't depend on statistics. Should I depend on a second hand, like someone like this, or directly from the source, the FBI. Because, of course, if you think the FBI is lying to me, then I shouldn't believe the FBI. But if I believe these people, where are they getting their stats from, if not from the FBI?
Wouldn't that be a conundrum?
It quite is, isn't it? Isn't it? Quite is. So let's take a look at what they say. All right. The Swartz report tracking emerging trends that will affect the world, particularly the United States, that has nothing to do with this. After getting arrested several times for participating in civil rights demonstration, as I walked down Constitution Avenue, past where it was known as Old Navy Building, now long gone, that a warm Wednesday afternoon, 28th of August, 1963. I see where they're already going with this. You see, they already told you where they're shading to. You see, we're in now we're in 1963. I thought we had reached a turning point. I and thousands of us moving quietly, peacefully, memorial. I have a dream shit. I was just going, go. Less than a year later, 1964. Don't care about 1964. We're not in 1964. We're talking about now. 8 minutes, 19 days, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. George Floyd. Oh, okay. George Floyd is one of 1,000 police killings that will probably happen in 2020. George Floyd is one of 1,000 police killings that will probably happen in 2020. Do me a favor, sir, Mr. Lee, since you're the Asian. Can you tell me how many people were killed by police in 2020? Can you give me that stat real quick? I am super duper curious. How many people were killed by police in 2020? Now listen to what they said. I'm supposed to trust these people. George Floyd is one of 1,000 police killings that will probably happen in 2020.
Okay, so according to a source known as policeviolencereport.org, collected mapping police violence, collected data on over 1,100 killings by police in 2020.
1,100 killings.
Yes.
By police, right?
1,126 to be exact.
There were at least that many last year. So now, hear me out. So let's go by the estimation that it is 1,000 people happened in 2020. The stat about American law enforcement are astounding when compared to those in other developed nations, like those that make up the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. According to Statista, in the U.S., there have been a total of 429 civilians shot, 88 of whom were black as of June 2020. They were shot, not harmed, not killed. Make sure you log that. In 2018, there were 996 fatal police shootings. In 2019, there were 1,004. Additionally, the rate of police shootings among black Americans was much higher than that for any other ethnicity, standing at 30 fatal shootings per million in the population as of 2020. You notice how they moved from the exact number to per million. Do you notice that? Why not just give the exact number? You've been giving the exact number all along. Give the exact number. I'm not disputing the 1,000 people. Okay, I'll go with your own assessment that 1,000 people. Cool. So let's go by this here. United States by race. I'm assuming this chart will show it. Black 13%, white 61%. That's it. People shot and killed by police since 2015. 26%, 50%. Now, that's not 50% of black people that were shot. 50% of the people, it's not 26% of black people that were shot. This is 26% of the people that were shot were black. Make sure I'll get that numbering right. Whatever the number were that were shot by police in 2015, 26% of that number were black. Unarmed people shot and killed by police in 2015, 36 of that number were black. Okay. Forget Norway. Don't care about Norway. We're talking about here in America. 3 weeks before George Floyd was murdered during a traffic stop by 4 police officers, 1 police actually. Exhaustive study carried out by the research at Stanford. We assessed the racial disparity in policing in the United States by compiling analyzing a data set detailing nearly 100 million traffic stops conducted across the country. We found that black drivers were less likely to be stopped after sunset. What? Hold on.
That's quite a reach.
Black drivers were less likely to be stopped after sunset when a veil of darkness masks one face.
Wait, what? No, this is a Stanford researcher.
Yeah. So they're saying that because police can't quantify and make sure that they're black, they won't stop anybody. So you're trying to tell me that they'll allow. So now this is what I would think. You would have a set of statistics that would show more breaking of laws happening after sunset, wouldn't you?
Based on this assessment, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, you wouldn't, because they wouldn't be pulled over, huh? So then I would see a drop off of traffic lights being broken after sunset too. If I don't see the rise, then I will see a drop off, right? I should see that, right? They won't mention that. Furthermore, by examining the rate at which stop drivers were searched and the likelihood that searches turned up contraband, we found evidence that a bar for searching black and Hispanic vehicles drivers was lower than that searching white drivers. Huh? So again, I want to make sure that you're getting this right. So you tell me they search black people and Hispanics less than white drivers.
According to this study, yeah.
Okay. Finally, we found that legalization of recreational marijuana reduced the number of searches of white, black, and Hispanic drivers, but the bar for searching black and Hispanic drivers was still lower than that of white drivers. Huh.
So, but wait. We're told based on the comment that we should not believe the research.
Yeah, so I don't believe that. Or should I believe it? Because now remember, that's in your favor now. No, that's in my favor, so I should believe it. They don't stop and search you after dark. Remember, this is the same article that's promoting the idea that you do. So I just want to know, which one should I believe? In your own article that's skewed to your way, which should I believe? Should I believe something with a bias I have, or should I believe something that goes against my bias? I just want to know which one you expect me to believe. Or, if I'm supposed to not have a bias at all, which source should I use for a definite answer?
Mm-hmm.
You guys will never be able to give me that one. Never.
No.
So let's look at another breakdown, shall we? Let's see if we can figure this one out. I mean, you said to cross-reference, or you said that's what you said, to make sure you go to multiple sources. Let's do that. Black incarceration 2007 to 2017. This is called Black Demographics, okay, the site. So here we have from George Bush to Obama, okay? Now remember, black people don't have power. That's also something you say. African-American combined municipal and county jail, state and federal prison population. That looked like it went down, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is that going down?
It was trending downwards, according to the lingo that I've been told.
Yeah, the chart above shows the decline of overall incarceration of African Americans in the United States from its all-time peak in 2008, and the chart shows the decrease began the last year of the Bush administration and continued through the 8 years of Obama administrations, ending in 2017. Data during the Trump administration was not available at the time. I'm sure it wasn't. Of this chart, total incarcerations on this chart includes state and federal prison populations, as well as those being held in local, county, and municipal jails. So should I believe this chart? Now remember, this is Obama's term, so should I believe the chart?
Oh, and by the way, blackdemographics.com is a group of statistics compiled by black people for black people.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Hate crimes. Anti-black, an offense which is motivated in whole and part by the offender's biases against race and religion and disability. So 10,000 hate crimes happened from 14 to 18. Who was in office then? That was Obama. So anti-black, anti-white, anti-Jewish, anti-gay, anti-Hispanic, anti-LGBT, anti-Muslim. Total police officers murdered by African Americans, 1994 to 2016. Total murdered by African Americans. So let me ask a question. Should I believe that chart? I'm just asking simple ones. I'm just, y'all are the ones that said you shouldn't trust every statistic, but should I trust this one?
I mean, if it's stats compiled by black people for black people, I'm being told that we need to
Believe them.
Believe them.
Okay. Black homicide decline. Total homicides per year by black offenders, 1995 to 2011. This is an FBI uniform crime report, they say. By 95, it was 8,000 murders. Okay. And now in 2011, 5,000. So you're looking at a 3,000, maybe 2,800 decline, right? In the amount of murders. Now, let me ask you a question. Is 8,000 or 5,000 high? Let me ask you again. Remember, you're less a population, less. If you commit 5,000 murders a year, is that too high? And is it high enough for there to be a concern that maybe there is a leaning in your population to do certain things when it comes to violence? Yes or no?
I mean, if we're talking, yeah, because we're talking a disproportionate amount of lives lost
Okay,
through homicide.
cool. Now remember, we're not talking white people. We already know white people are the most violent people on earth, so we don't got to worry about that, right? They're the most racist, they're the most violent, they have no culture, they're the most worthless people, so we already established that. We're not trying to decide whether or not white people are that. We are trying to decide whether black people are like that, right? We're going to give you the ground that says every white person that you could think of is far more heinous than black people. We'll give you that, okay? So let's say that 60% of the population are the most violent people. It should mean then that with that being that high of a number, they should outdo you by at least 4 times, right? Okay.
Mathematically speaking.
Mathematically. So here's what I want to have happen here. White on white versus black on white homicide from 1995 to 2012. Black on white homicide, 431. Okay. White on white homicide, 2,614. Now, does that make sense over here? Yes.
Mhm.
So why would they compare white on white homicide but not black on black homicide? Where is that? Shouldn't that be all in? Shouldn't all things be equal here?
It should be.
What's the number of homicides of black on black? And why not show the number of white on black homicides? Why would you skew your own report to show white on white but not black on black? Oh, because that doesn't exist. My bad. I understand now. Okay. So we've listened to stats. We've listened to stats. So I'm asking again, should I believe these stats or some other stat? That's all I want to know. You said in your comment section that you said this. You cannot rely on statistics and just take them as is.
Mhm.
Now, you said that because you didn't agree with the statistics that he brought up. Obviously, then you must agree with her. So, if that's the case, prove to me that her stats are more valid than his if you're going to say don't believe all statistics.
To her credit, I don't think she came up with a number of it.
That's my problem. That is exactly my problem. You can't have if you don't have a number, how do you know he's wrong?
Because if I recall correctly, she didn't provide any statistical data that refutes him, but then pivots philosophically to prison pipeline starting at the 3rd grade.
Right. With the grade, how you made the grades, right?
Yeah.
But again, how do you know what the grades are that you made that assessment from if you're not using a stat? You never present the stat to combat the stat he gave, but he gave you a stat. But then you tell me don't believe the stat. So I should just believe feelings then because she never presented one. By your own metric, Mr. Commenter, she never used your logic of how to come up with what she came up with, but you don't trust his even though he gave you a stat.
And it was fact-checked live when he said it.
Anyhow, I told y'all.
I'm confused though, Marlon.
Y'all talk a lot. A lot you talk. But you are trying to say, and then you say, who benefits from these numbers reflecting X? That's my point, that she never showed anything about her numbers. She just told you to believe her and not believe him.
Mm-hmm.
He gave you numbers. She never did.
Yeah.
So how can you tell me that you believe her over him when he gave you more than she ever gave you?
Right.
That's all I want to know. Number 2 person in here. Please educate yourself on fair housing laws and read the book, I'm assuming the book named Color of Law. Should you choose to remain ignorant, please suffer in silence. Okay. So let's address that one. Now that one he said is a fair housing, right?
Fair housing laws, yes.
Fair housing. Let's go to fair housing. Let's read it. Okay, fair housing. This is the HUD. This is a government website. I'm not going to any articles based on the government website. I'm going straight to the source. Hopefully you don't have a problem with that. It is illegal to discriminate in the sale or rental of housing, including against individuals seeking a mortgage or housing assistance in other housing-related activities. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination because of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, and disability. A varying of other federal civil rights laws, including Title 6 of the Civil Rights Act, Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, and the Americans with Disabilities Act, prohibit discrimination in housing and community development programs and activities, particularly those that are assisted with HUD funding. These civil rights laws include obligations such as taking reasonable steps to ensure meaningful access to their programs and activities for persons with limited English proficiencies, and taking appropriate steps to ensure effective communication with individuals with disabilities through the provision of appropriate auxiliary aids and services. Various federal fair housing and civil rights laws require HUD and program participants to affirmatively further the purposes of the Fair Housing Act. HUD's Office of Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity works to eliminate housing discrimination and promote civil rights and economic opportunity through housing. FHEO enforces fair housing laws. One of its roles is to investigate complaints, listen, free, no lawyer, investigate complaints of housing discrimination. If you believe you have been discriminated against in violation of any of these federal fair housing laws, you can file a complaint with FHEO.
Okay, so, Professor, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So we're told, well, the commenter said that we need to look at the fair housing laws, right?
Right.
And according to what it is that we just read from an official government website, if you believe you have been discriminated against, you have the full wherewithal to file a complaint wherein the Office of Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity from the Housing Department of the United States government will investigate and ensure that your civil rights regarding your housing rights are
right.
I'm sorry, I'm lost as to what the problem is.
I don't know that there's a problem, but you did tell me, they told me to look it up. Okay, this is what you told me to do. So I did. I looked up to your response, educate yourself on fair housing laws. The law affords you the option to investigate things if you are discriminated against based on sex, religion, disability, race, all the above. So again, how should we educate ourselves any further? If there are options for you and you don't take it, how is that on the providing services side? It's not on their fault. It says right here, because of race, color, and mind you, they separate too, race and color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, and disability.
Wait,
You told me
Marlon.
to educate myself. I did. What
Wait a
now?
minute, Marlon. Hold on a second. You just read the abstract.
Oh, my bad.
So just to make sure that we're covering our bases here, according to the Fair Housing Act, here are the types of housing that are covered. In the sale of rental, in the sale and rental of housing, it is illegal discrimination to take any of the following actions because of race, color, religion, sex, disability, familial status, or national origin. Refuse to rent or sell housing. Refuse to negotiate for housing. Otherwise, make housing unavailable. Set different terms and conditions or privileges for sale or rental.
Whoa. What'd you just say there?
Set different terms, conditions, or privileges for sale or rental of a dwelling.
Okay.
Provide a person different housing services or facilities. Falsely deny that housing is available for inspection, sale, or rental. Make, print, or publish any notice, statement, or advertisement with respect to the sale or rental of a dwelling that indicates any preference, limitation, or discrimination. Impose different sale prices or rental charges for the sale or rental of a dwelling.
Hold on. I want to get one thing abundantly clear. You just said something that is totally against the idea that they say is predominant now against black people, which is redlining.
Right.
Okay. Redlining, by definition, is a discriminatory practice where financial services like mortgage and insurance are denied to residents of certain neighborhoods based on their race or ethnicity. So by that statement is what you're talking about something that we can appeal. Yes or no?
That is correct. You can appeal.
You can appeal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shall I keep going, or are we good? Because there's a slew of
No. I think we're fine on the education side of it, because we've just proven that if redlining happens, there are recourses. If you say, let's say it does happen. Okay, cool, it does. Do you have, just like with any other thing, mind you, there are plenty of people that get robbed at things because they are either people don't like. I'll give you my example. I was trying to put up a building in the town I'm in. Somebody didn't like the fact that I used a different entity to try and tear the building that was there down.
I remember that.
Okay. I remember that too.
They got mad and decided to report the people, not me, the people, to the state and say, oh, they don't have this, and that. What recourse did I have? I went to the state, asked them, is there a fine? Because you said this was, everything seemed to be going through, because I went through all the paperwork. I appealed. You know what never happened? A fine. You know what did happen though? They told me, well, we have to use a different comment, a different person to pull the building down. So I got a different person to pull the building down. So I'm trying to find out how exactly are you left with no recourse? No recourse. How? Where exactly is this redlining keeping you from getting where you need to get to? Or are you going to say it shouldn't have that extra step? There are lots of things that shouldn't exist that do exist. My question is to you, is it still illegal? Yes or no? The answer is yes, it's still illegal. Are there recourses through the criminal system to get these people punished? Yes. Especially if you can prove that this was because of race and in your neighborhoods. And if you say this is happening at such an exponential rate, it should be easy to prove that it's because of race.
Yeah.
But then again, we don't know what we're talking about. Now, you also said that I should educate myself on a certain book, right, mister? So I want to bring that book up, and I did find it. Okay, I did indeed find it, sir. And it is called The Color of Law. So let me see if I can find the actual, there it is. Okay, cool. I'm going to bring this up. The Color of Law is a book that this person told me that I should invest in looking into. Oddly enough, I did find the PDF. Color of Law. A Forgotten History of How Our Government Segregated America, Richard Rothstein. So here's my first question. Wasn't the government, or wasn't the place already segregated and you wanted integration? Just a question. Wasn't it already segregated and you wanted integration? Did the government segregate you, or you wanted the government to integrate you? They're two different things. Okay, so let's start with that.
So before we begin, Marlon, there is an actual legal terminology called the color of law. according to Cornell Law School. Color of law refers to the appearance of legal authority or an apparently legal right that may not exist. So, for instance, if you go to if the cops do something to you, you can say that, hey, there's a deprivation of rights under the color of law. And so that is a legal terminology that is now being used in a racial sense.
Oh, okay. But he said to look the book up.
Right.
So this is the book, The Color.
Right. So it's got nothing to do with the legality.
Okay. So I'm going to educate myself. Okay. And let's see what it is. These are your titles. If San Francisco, then everywhere. Public housing, black ghettos, racial zoning, own your home, private agreements, government enforcement, white flight. That one should be interesting. IRS support and complaint regulators, local tactics, state sanctioned violence, suppressed incomes, looking forward, looking back, considering fixes. So let's go to racial zoning. Okay. Now there, look how far back this is. This was written in 1923, I believe.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. We like to think of American history as a continuous march of progress towards greater freedom, greater equality, and greater justice, but sometimes we move backward, dramatically so. Residential integration declined steadily from 1880 to the mid-20th century, and it's mostly stalled since then. After the Civil War, liberated slaves dispersed throughout the United States seeking work to escape the violence of the post-war South. For several decades, many lived relatively peaceful in the East and Mideast and in the West, but in 1877, the disputed presidential election of the previous autumn was resolved in the compromise that gave the Republican candidate Rutherford B. Hayes the White House. In the return of the Southern Democrat support of their presidential campaign, Republicans agreed to withdraw federal troops who had been protecting African Americans in the defeated Confederacy. I don't know what the history of that has to do with right now, but I understand you guys love to live in this particular history.
Yeah.
There goes the word Jim Crow. Black owned this. 1912, 1913. I'm waiting to see if you come back any further. Let's see, 1947. No. 21, 24. When exactly was this book published, written? So this place has been in power since 1923. When was this book written? Does it say? It doesn't say, does it?
Should. 2017. 2017.
2017. Okay. So let's see what they have that would be close to this year's. Let's go with white flight. Along with the real estate industry and the state courts, the FHA justified its racial policies, both in appraisal standards and its restrictive covenant recommendations, by claiming that a purchase by an African American in a white neighborhood or the presence of an African American in or near such a neighborhood would cause the value of white-owned properties to decline. You want me to believe that the FHA wrote that? I just want to make sure that you say, this is what you said, the FHA justified its racial policies, both in appraisal standards and its restrictive covenant recommendations. So it's not law. Okay, cool. Now I want to make sure we get this right. In your estimation, white flight would be when black people move into neighborhoods, they leave. Is that what I'm assuming white flight is?
That's the yeah.
Okay. What's wrong with that? Remember, you listen to me carefully. You all say white people are the devil. They are racist. If black people move into my neighborhood and I'm white, I have two options, right? Kill them, force them out by fear, or I leave. What if I just decide to leave? What now?
You know, Marlon, you can't even make them happy, because we talked about this on a prior episode about those white people moving out in the country, and they complained about that. Right. So when they do move away, they're upset, and then they complain about white flight. So I don't even know what they want.
They don't know.
They don't want them around. When they're in their neighborhoods, they complain, but when they leave their neighborhoods, they complain.
Okay, I know what they want.
What's that?
They want the protections of white people that they think exist. They want all the benefits of white people that they think exist by keeping white people around. And they don't want to be seen as a pariah. So then if you move into their neighborhoods, you should be able to just stay with them, regardless of what happens. You're not allowed to leave, even though you've told me you don't like me. So now I'm supposed to stay in a neighborhood with people that don't like me and assume that everything will be fine. I don't understand this. I'm trying to figure this out for myself. And trust me, there are tons of black people that move into white neighborhoods and their value doesn't get affected. I live in one. This is mostly white. And the value has not, in fact, it's skyrocketed. It's spendy to buy out here. It hasn't gone downhill. It's gone up. I wonder if I'm bringing appreciation to this place. I might have to check into that, see if I'm worth more than I thought.
Here's the thing, though. If you complain about gentrification because a bunch of white people are moving into your neighborhood, and then a Whole Foods pop up, you complain about it. But then when they leave and the Whole Food goes away, like what's the problem?
I don't know.
So you either want gentrification or you want to stay in your condition. I'm confused. Like,
I'm trying to make sense of you guys' comments in the comment section. I really am. Not the ones in the live right now. The ones that left comments last time. If you're trying to convince me that America as a whole, including the police system, the government, and even white people, have a problem with black people, and it's inherent in both the system, systematically, and governmentally, and in the way white people looking at you, why would you expect them to change to your benefit? That's one. And if they're unwilling to change to your benefit, but leave you to yourself, why is that also a problem? Then do for you. If you think you can do better without their interruptions, then do better without them. Okay, let's say you do want the government intervention. Is the government good or bad? Decide for yourself right now, if the government is as bad and it's upholding white supremacy, why in the hell do you expect them to do something for you? How remedial are you to think that the government you say is littered with white supremacy is going to somehow relinquish its hold on you? Why would you be looking to them? You already say you can't depend on stats. If you're not depending on stats, then, and you're not depending on the government, how exactly are you going to get out of this? How? You only have one recourse, right? Leave America. It's inherently racist. Mm-hmm. However, there are people living here that look like you, and some of them come from the same place you come from, that seem to be thriving. How did they do it? In fact, some of the same people that talk like you are making it better than you. They can buy houses in Hollywood, in the whitest of the white gated communities, and live fine. Never get robbed. They can buy what they want. But somehow there are different sections of black people that can't do that. So you're not making this very easy for me to assimilate my mind to, because you're not giving me a very clear-cut line of how some can make it and some don't. And you're going to tell me anomalies, and how you can tell me that there is an avenue to complain, but you don't use it. And then you tell me that white people are inherently racist and so is the system, but you're looking to the system to hand you rights.
You know, and I think the ones that actually get out of there and move away and do what they have to do are usually the ones that don't buy into the victim mentality. You know, they don't look at white people as a threat to them, because they understand that they treat each individual different. You know, different experiences for different folks. So I think a lot of those people who make it out and are thriving don't put this blanket over a whole race, thinking that a whole race is, you know, out to get them and play victim. And they're usually the ones that get up out of there, and they understand how the world works, and they understand that there are bad people in all walks of life. But the ones that continue to play victim, continue to blame the system, continue to blame a race of people, those are the ones that are stuck.
I'm just honestly confused as to how you expect this to change. That's all. I just want to know how the outcome of this is going to be any different, considering what you've told me is the baseline for America. I'm only going by the baseline of America that you've given me. You told me that America is inherently racist and there's nothing much you can do about that. If that is the case, then how do you expect me to believe that we are in a position where this can be changed? And if it cannot be changed by the system itself, why are you looking to the system to change itself? I just want you to make that part make sense. That is all I'm asking. I don't think that's a difficult ask. I really don't.
You know, I don't really think it's about white supremacy. They're just saying that. I think it's all about between capitalism and Marxism. At the end of the day, they want a whole new system, and that system is Marxism, socialism, and they totally want to get rid of capitalism. So they're using white supremacy as a way to try to say capitalism is bad. And the system they want is not going to be any better.
But even in that, though, for them to fully recognize that socialism and Marxism wants to keep everybody equally poor, and yet from what I can gather, Black people are some of the most opportunistic, advantageous groups who want to amass as much as they can, rightly so, because they want to get the bag and they want to increase their for generational wealth and stuff. So I don't understand why the push for Marxism, where Marxism wants you to be poor with everybody else, and yet you have a demographic that wants to get the bag. I don't see how that works. But then they're complaining about a system that wants to hold them down because of their skin tone. But there are other demographics that do far beyond that of even the system that was created to make sure that the white people are the apex liberation group in America. I'm confused.
I also don't know how they're going to get generational wealth with the system being against them.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And you know how they always talk about how they always say white people are generations ahead of Black people because of slavery and Jim Crow and everything else. So if they can bring in a system like Marxism or socialism that puts everyone on an equal playing field of poor, they'll be fine with that because no one's ahead, no one's behind. We're all equal. But their problem is that the system in itself has a certain demographic generations ahead of them through the things that happened in the past. If they bring it all down, they'll be fine. We're all equally miserable.
That's now I don't know why they don't want to make it equally high instead of equally low. That's the part that troubles me.
That makes sense. That too.
The other portion I want to look into here is this last statement here. You literally cherry pick sections and barely even listened to her response. It's obviously don't like Amanda, but don't fool your viewers. Show the other ignorant individuals that were cooked. She steamrolled through everyone.
Well, yes, she did steamroll through everyone because she gave no one the opportunity to say anything.
Right. But if she did steamroll everyone, then I don't need to cherry pick because everyone got steamrolled.
Well, that too.
How am I cherry picking if you said everyone got steamrolled and I'm cherry picking it for my audience? Then it should be a pretty obvious thing that she steamrolled everyone since everyone got steamrolled. But
we were only watching one segment of her video, though. We weren't.
Yeah. I'll rectify that right now. Okay, for your convenience and for you, just for two. Okay.
I want to see that. I'm ready to see this steamroll.
Don't call
Let's go. This is somebody that's not known. You see this guy? Not known by any. He's not a famous guy. Okay, just a regular Black dude, and he's gonna get steamrolled by Amanda Seales right now.
Claim that systemic racism isn't a theory. It's our lived reality backed by data and history.
Hello?
Hello, John.
John Samuel.
Hello, John Samuel. First name. All right.
Blame my parents.
Hi, parent.
I want to listen to you first. Why do you feel that? Why do you feel that way?
John went to debate training before he came here. Okay.
No, just John wants to know your point of view.
You see how she treats people that are debating her. In her mind, he's already beneath her. That's why she threw out that statement. Oh, he came to the big training, discrediting what his education or, that he's not intelligent. He had to go to big training for this. No.
Let's see what your point of view is then, Miss Seales, and see if, I'm listening to everything you have to say. please go ahead and educate us since we don't like you. I will speak for me. I don't like you. Okay, Amanda, I do not like you. You're a condescending, cocky idiot, and I don't like you. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the way you present yourself. You seem like an absolute fool. No, I don't like you. There it is. I put it on the table. I don't agree with you, nor do I like you. I want to make sure everybody know that's my point of view, not Bro's, not Lee's, mine. I don't like you, but I'm gonna listen to you because I could use some comedy relief. Go ahead.
Okay. Ultimately, I feel that way because it's simply just facts. It's in the books, and that's why there have been laws to challenge it.
What did she even say?
I believe it's. Can you rewind like 5 seconds?
Yeah, what did she even say?
It's in the books.
Yeah.
Listen to you first. Why do you feel that? Why do you feel that way?
Oh, John went to debate training before he came here. Okay. Ultimately, I feel that way because it's simply just facts. It's in the books, and that's why there have been laws to challenge it.
I feel that way because it's in the books.
Yeah.
Then it's not a feeling, it's a verifiable source.
Right, but she hasn't named it yet. She hasn't named it yet. Okay, so if it is systemic and systematic, then there wouldn't be laws to override it. Listen carefully. You say it does exist because they put laws to counter it. Hear me out. If something is systemic and it's still systemic, there wouldn't be anything in there to counter it. It'd be going on, right? When you say for instance, I have a broken bone, and then I say I continually have a broken bone. No, my broken bone was broken. It's healing. I put a stopgap, a cast. In some cases, screws and plates. Now, you can possibly say that my arm is still in the healing process of being broken. But can you definitely tell me that my hand is still broken? No, it is healing. Mm-hmm. There is a massive gap of difference. But if you're telling me then that there are laws to counter, they're a little bit different than a broken bone in this aspect. It's like saying I had a dirty shirt and I washed it. And my countermeasure was to wash the shirt. Is my shirt dirty anymore? No, it's washed. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out how she can say it's still the same thing as being this way bad, but you tell me that there are measures being put into place to counter it. So who put it in there? The racist people or the non-racist people? White people or black people? I just want her facts. Let's see. I'm listening, just listening.
There have been innumerable instances where actual systems were created specifically for the impediment of Black people to advance. We have also seen innumerable instances where there were things created for Black people to advance and they were taken back under the auspices of, we don't want them to advance.
Well, name them. That's all. Is it so difficult for us to require actual statements of what those are? You saying that there are things there, that does not give me any factual context. It doesn't give me any concrete information. It just tells me you feel that there was or that there is. Okay, how? Which ones? Name them. I want details. Is it bad for me to get details? Shouldn't she have those at the ready?
I mean, they're in the books, she feels like.
Oh, she didn't tell me the books, though.
Well,
anyway, continue, Amanda.
Ultimately, systemic racism exists in our institutions on a government level, in our institutions, whether it's prisons or schools, and it is undeniable because they are actively trying to reinstate it right now.
But how? You see, if I asked that question, I'd be the idiot. What do you mean, how? No, I just want to know how. Just tell me how. Is that difficult to require you just telling me how? Okay, let me see if my boy comes up with a good. He looked like Lamont.
Yeah, he does. He kind of reminds me. What's that? Peele. What's that comedy show?
Jordan and Peele.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like Jordan, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Can you give me an example of one of those systems that you believe perpetuates that cycle of racism? Redlining. Okay.
Yes.
And how does that, like, can you elaborate? Like, how is that affecting the Black community?
Do you know what redlining is?
See? Condescension. This is why I don't like this buffoon. This remedial baboon, I don't like her for that reason. If I knew what redlining was, I wouldn't ask you remedial behind what it was. How stupid are you, woman? How retarded are you? If I ask you to tell me what it is, break it down for me, you're going to say, you don't know what... No, duh, dummy. No, that's why I'm asking you to tell me. Leaning across the table, I'd have punched you right in the face. I'd have broke your jaw. You know why? Because you think I'm stupid.
Them glasses.
And you know what I'd do? I'd have acted stupid since you think I'm stupid. I'd have chin checked you right then and there. All you have to do is answer the damn question. That's all you have to do. No, you gotta be condescending.
Yep.
But you want me to listen to you because you're so much a brainiac. How stupid are you to just answer the question? And this is the problem I have with people like this. This is the biggest problem. You come on here to get answers, and these people address you like you don't want the answers, and I just literally ask you to break it down for me.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, look. And you want me to listen to this? Come on, man.
I know a little bit. I'm not an expert.
Redlining was a system that was created to determine property values, and that said Black people can only live in certain neighborhoods and not in other neighborhoods. And the redlining lowered the property values of those Black neighborhoods by stating that they were more savage, that they were more dangerous.
That was not what redlining was. You see? She says something that she knows she says she knows, but that's not what it was. But I'm supposed to be trusting her.
But she also said redlining was a system.
Yes, was. You noticed that too, right? Yeah.
Which means it's
But
not...
It's not anymore, right?
But everything they talk about people like her is always a was. It's always this happened back then. This is why it's like this now. But then when you ask them, is it going on right now in 2025? They're like, that doesn't matter. It did happen and it still affects us.
Yeah, and also it always affects.
Yeah.
It's always the effect.
Thus, they were not able to own property that was on a level of par to their white counterparts. There were also many efforts.
Wait.
I'm with you, brother. I am with you 100%. I'd be holding my head too, man. I would be. I would. Damn.
Wait. Own a property that was on par. Isn't it like property based off of income, based off of what type of property you can own?
Yeah.
I know some, and there's a lot of rich Black people out there that own bigger houses and better houses than some white people out here. So it's all income based. So she's pretty much saying a rich white person in a nice neighborhood lives here, but this Black person who makes way less money than them, they're not allowed to live in this neighborhood with these houses at that price.
That's redlining, according to her.
That's income based.
Not allowing Black people to get loans for property, putting them in predatory scenarios where they were being essentially unable to own land. And that
essentially, watch for the words that they use. When they use words like that, it means that they don't have anything to back that statement up. Yeah. It is not backed up by fact. It is not backed up by proof. It's just backed up by what they think and hope is the truth, not what is the truth.
Right.
Essentially does not mean anything, really. It's a filler word. Essentially what you're saying, and no. What I'm saying is, not essentially. Don't put anything on top or take away from what I said was this. It's not essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Don't add nothing to your feelings into this statement.
inability to own land, but still having to pay out a mortgage, if you will, or a rent, continue to put Black people in a conundrum.
Whoa. You can't own, but you have to pay a mortgage? Do you know what a mortgage is? I would have stopped her and said, do you know what a mortgage is? Did you know that you can only pay a mortgage of something you own? You know that, right? That's an own home thing. Rent is different than Did you know there's a difference between rent and mortgage? But we're the slow ones, right? She's the brilliant one. She steamrolled everybody. She just listed rent and mortgage as the same thing, but we're the dummies. Okay.
Of not being able to excel at the same economic rate as their white counterparts.
What I'm hearing from you, if I'm hearing correctly, is it feels like in the United States that for a while we've kind of established these systems at their foundation, and they've continued on, and they've continually just oppressed Black people, and we haven't dismantled them, and we haven't done much to them, so they continue to complete the cycle. Is that what I'm hearing correctly?
Well, in many of these systems, they have been dismantled maybe in name, but because this country has never dismantled the culture of racism, they end up still living in practice. So
you see how they put the caveat on? Yes, we've dismantled things, and the things that we're complaining about are the things that are no longer here. But the overall idea of racism is still here. So you can't really regulate that. And since you can't regulate that, I can say that it still exists in mass. You can't prove it, but you believe it, so it's true. How do you combat that? You can't, which is why I say don't speak to these remedial monkeys, because you can't make them make sense. They will continue to put their feelings in front of facts, hence why no amount of books or stats will ever prove them wrong, because they're not looking for proof to right or wrong. They're only looking for you to agree with their feelings. Point blank. Golly.
See that, for instance, in the way that the appraisal system works. Now, we saw there was an entire documentary on how appraisals have been also very racist, home appraisals, right? So your ability to sell your house for the value that it deserves.
Right.
There were a number of homes, particularly in Maryland.
Bro, you tell me. You've sold more houses than any of us on the screen here, I think, haven't you?
I sold 2.
Okay. Have you sold any houses of your own, Jaylee?
No.
Okay, good. Can I ask you a question, Captain and Commander of the white crew? Mr.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, Mr. White Man that looks black, since you've sold houses, did you sell them for the exact same price, each of them?
That I bought them for?
No. That they sell for the exact same price.
Oh, no.
No, but they're supposed to.
Yeah, my last one was way more than the first.
No. They're supposed to sell at equal. They're supposed to sell at equal.
Oh,
that's what she said.
Yes, that happened. Yes, Black Power.
Oh.
In Wakanda or in reality?
I'm just look. I could have a house, and up the street someone could have a house, and my house could sell for $200,000 less than that house because that one has an extra bedroom and an extra room.
That's facts. You know, a lot is based off selling your house. You know, number of bedrooms, square feet, where the house is located in any type of subdivision in the neighborhood. Is it in a cul-de-sac? Is there a green space behind it, you know, where they don't build houses? So my house was the same size as another house in the neighborhood that had houses next to it. But since I didn't have anything behind me, because they couldn't build back there, it was just open land, my house sold for more, even though it was the same size, same square footage, but mine sold for more.
Yeah, but it's supposed to sell for the same as everybody else's. That's what she's saying.
Well, it should sell for less.
It's appraising. Black, right? It's appraising. It should
Oh.
appraise the same. It should appraise the same as white people's houses.
Yes.
Because they're white houses and you're just black.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Okay.
actually should have sold for less, right?
It should, yeah, way less.
Way
So
less.
James, if you want to come on and give us bozos a schooling on what we should be talking about, I can drop you the link. You can come on. You don't have to show your face. I'll drop you the link. Come on in, school us. Maybe we'll wake up. You know,
Yes.
we're all about getting educated here, even
Come
though
on,
we look
James.
like dummies. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Please.
continue, black lady.
County, California, where Black people had one appraisal when they had their blackness up. So they had their dashikis hanging, you know, and they had their,
I got this one, son.
right, they had their their Black
Right.
Good Times poster. But then when they removed all those items and put up white people and a dog in the house, and then had their white friends come and pose as the owners of the home, the appraisal was significantly higher.
Prove that. Prove that. And I don't mean on TLC. Prove it. Prove it. Hey, you can come. You can come. Come on, talk to us. Whatever your chinga last name is. Come talk to us.
When did this happen? What year? Or what decade? What time frame did this happen? This situation she's talking about.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because when I sold a house, and there was no picture of me in front of the house. When I looked at the appraisal, when I looked at it online, you know, when you post it, they didn't say a black dude lives in that house. They didn't say anything like that. It just said house for sale, this X, Y, and Z. So what is she talking about?
I don't think she knows what she's talking about, but it's a great example to make people think that it's still happening. Look, Elle, I'm sorry that your uncle got deported. I really am. I'm sorry that maybe your aunt or maybe even your mom and your dad, because they've been here for 30 years and didn't get their papers. I'm sorry if that happened. But that's not on Trump. That's on you and your inability to actually abide by the law. Okay? Don't blame us. Blame Abuela. Just blame Abuela.
Marlon,
No, come talk to us, man. Just come talk to us. I'll drop the link. You come talk to us. Forget Amanda for a minute. You come talk to us.
Why is Rice and Beans keeping for Amanda?
I don't know.
Hey, he said the Epstein list, but you know, hey, Trump ain't on that list. So Trump ain't
Even if
on
he
that.
is, come show us how. Come show us how. Just come talk to us. You say that we are coping. Well, you can emphasize that by coming on and absolutely annihilating us. Do you know how cool that would look for you, that some random dude showed up in the podcast and just killed the people on the screen with facts? Come on.
It'll
You
increase
can do
your
it,
cloud.
man. You can do it. I have confidence in you, man. Come on.
He's simping for somebody who would piss on him if he was on fire. But he's in here simping.
Look, it's not difficult. Here's how: if you have a phone, all you have to do is click the link, use Chrome, and you don't even have to bring your camera up. Just come say. In fact, we won't even say nothing back to you. You could come up and chew us out up one side and down the other. Just cuss us out and then leave. You could do that. I'll give you the room for that. Come do it.
You won't.
Look, I know you're grinning. I'm just asking if you're going to come do it or not. Okay, so nobody else click the link. Nobody else. There's the link. I'm a man of my word. There's the link. Click it. Come talk. I will give you minutes to bash the orange man and anything else you want to say about us live. Come on.
Let's go, Rice and Beans. Click the link.
It's just for the people that have a problem with what we're saying, not everyone else. So don't go clicking a link, people that follow us.
Come on. We will. We have to do like a stream where we just invite you guys to come shoot the breeze with us. We're gonna do that one of these days. Trust me, we will.
We're gonna need financial compensation for that though, because it costs money to do that.
Esqualito, el Esqualito. Come talk, man. You're gonna do it, Esqualito?
He's scared. He won't.
Come on.
Let's go, tough guy.
Hey, Marlon, if he does, how much you bet? How much you want to bet he gets up here and says raccoons, Uncle Toms, sellouts, bootlickers, Orange Man, Trump's a rapist. What else? What other insults?
Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff you can say. I just want to know which one it's gonna be. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. No?
Let's go, essay.
No? Okay. Gave you the chance.
Well, Rice and Beans is disappointing.
All right. Well, as soon as you get the chance to do what you got to do, you decide not to. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Unless Abuela broke into your bedroom and said, threw the chocolate at you, and now you're all upset.
No, Grandma, what you doing?
Be on the internet. You wasn't supposed to be on the internet, and you're supposed to be cleaning your room. And Abuela busts in and plop, 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 smacks you across the head a couple of times. Oh, there he is. Is that him? No, that's him. Man, he got me excited, man. Jeez. Bro got me excited. I saw someone pop on the bottom. I was like, it's him. And not, it was bro.
I could come back up and act like him.
You could. I don't understand that, people. I don't get it. Anyway, what we did for you today was this. She did not come. If you say schooling, if your metric of schooling is that she came with emotional hype, yes, they got schooled. If you're saying that she steamrolled them because she insulted them with intelligence and all that stuff, yes, she steamrolled them. If you're saying she won the debate because she kept being condescending, I fully agree with you.
Yeah.
But as far as countering fact for fact, she didn't do that. As far as answering questions without being condescending, she didn't do that. And as far as presenting counter stats, she didn't do that. Even if we were not to trust theirs, she never gave it. Never gave it. Oh, so you're chickening out? Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure we get this right. You, the tough guy talking about Trump, does not want to come onto a platform with three coons sellout people. We are too strong for you, and you're the strong one. I just want to make sure we get this right. Okay, just to make sure, you are saying that you are not capable of defending your position logically on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna do something here real quick. Hang on. There he is. All right, let's see what kind of content Mr. Man has on his platform, shall we? Let's see what kind of upbringing and wonderful, uplifting content this particular person brings to the table. Now, remember, he is saying that we don't know what we're talking about, and that she is the best thing since sliced bread. Let's see what he has on his channel that he's helping people with. This is his channel. He has 5 subscribers, 1 video, he says. He's been around since 2011. Okay. And this is on his homepage. Booty shaking, some gay rap, another more booty stuff, some more gay stuff.
Oh,
seems to like basketball. So he thinks that black people are only good for basketball and sports, and white women are only good to show their bodies so he can lust over them. He's a Bruce Lee fan apparently too. He likes taekwondo. See, naked white women again.
Oh, so he's part of the community.
Let's see what the one video he has. Mi cabeza, your head. Let's see. Quite an intriguing page you have here, sir. Let me help you out. Quite an intriguing page. That's amazing stuff. Playlist. Let's see what you got for playlist. Hip hop, football. Yeah, not much. So you like seeing black people in prison, do you?
Oof, not good.
You like seeing black people in chains? Is that why you go after the hip hop thing, buddy? Is that you? You're a Hispanic man thriving on the demise of Black America. Is that you? You're a racist, aren't you? You're one of those people that love talking down to black people because you think you're better than them. And at the same time, trying to appropriate their culture in basketball, knowing that you couldn't even play it if you tried.
Hey,
Name
Marlon,
me one really good Hispanic basketball player, and I bet you won't be able to name one that's really good. Because they can't.
How much you want to bet he uses the N-word too?
All the time.
Oh,
I could look
sure.
at him. I could look at the profile. He lives in that N-word. He probably done called his phone that 3 times looking at us.
Yep. No, back to your Hispanic Mexican basketball player. I can't.
Yeah, name one. Go ahead. Name one. No, but you'd rather sit on the sidelines and drool over black culture while still insulting them and wishing for their arrests because you love the rap music culture. You won't try to get them out of it because you embrace that. You don't mind seeing black people get shot in the streets because that's having some street cred, right? And then you want the same black people to come and rescue your abuela and your cousin from getting arrested by ICE. They must stand in solitude with you while you over there laughing at black demise through gang culture, preying on them.
But Amanda's the smart one.
But Marlon, him and his family probably took over a black neighborhood and pushed all the black people out of their own neighborhood with the gang violence.
With your mariachi music playing in the background, loud ass thing at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Going from the hood to the barrio.
Quinceañeras and stuff at your 16-year-olds while you drool over your cousin and probably already did incestuous stuff with them. Move along, bro. Just move along. You and all your uncles know that you abuse your family members all the time. It's a part of your culture. Come on. Right? You don't want to talk about that, though. No, you'd much rather deal with black people.
Who was never going to pick him, by the way.
Weird. Y'all are weird, man. You see, what you thought is that you would come here and think that the one or two statements would go unnoticed. That's not the case here, buddy. We clap back, and we clap back harder than you can. You can only laugh. We can go find your page, find your Facebook page, clown you in real life. We can do all that. We can do all that. He didn't win a single thing before LeBron. What was his stats? What was his stats? No, tell me his stats that made him win a chip before LeBron. Tell me his stats. Go ahead. I'm waiting for his stats. Let me find it for you. Go ahead and find it for him, bro. Go ahead and find it, Lee. Find JJ Barry. Find his stats for me, please, and see exactly how much he's better than LeBron. And I don't like LeBron. Trust me, I'm not a LeBron fan at all.
Are we doing his latest stat?
Anything by JJ. Anything. Please, anything.
Okay. Let's just go with the ESPN.
This ought to be fun.
GP 831, min 19.6, field goals 42.4, 3-pointer percentage 35.2, free throw percentage 79.4, rebounds 2.1, 3.9 assists, 0 blocks, STL is 0.4.
Man, he good. That boy good.
PF is 1.4, TO is 1.5, and points is 8.9.
Man, wow. I can see. You're right. Man, he's the best. Wow. So much. Man, look, you're right. I'm amazed I didn't hear about him before. Woo.
Is he still playing or did ICE scoop him up?
No, according to Google, his last year was 2019-2020.
Oh,
ICE got him.
Got him. Okay, cool.
Oh, man.
Are we done with this monkey?
We are. Okay. I'm not coming hard. If you don't know how to spell English either, that's not my problem.
Oh, gosh.
I know you do that with the men in your life, but we don't do that here. We're all straight. Thank you very much, though. Thank you so much. Project. Oh, my gosh. These people, bro. Remedial as they get. In any case, hear me out. If y'all want to believe that there's systematic racism and systemic racism, believe it. We ain't stopping you from believing it. The rest of us who don't believe in it and are going forward with our lives will let you flounder in your ghetto, in your trash heap, in your squalor. We have no problem with you living there if that's where you want to be. We ain't stopping you from doing that. Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, don't be asking the same people you call racist to try and help you out of your situation and not be racist. They can't help it. Remember? That's who they are. Move away from them. And when they do move away from you, celebrate. In fact, be happy that you have a black neighborhood all to yourself. Be happy that you are by yourself, that no white people can be there to infiltrate you and mess with you and deal with you improperly. In fact, if you think like that, I would say you get an entirely black state. That's what I think you should get. A black governor, black mayor, black police chief, black everything, and live there happily.
Don't they have that already?
Shh, don't tell them that.
Oh, shit.
No, don't tell them that. Okay, just do that and see how that works out. Don't ask white people for nothing because they're the devil and they have no intention of helping you and they're all racist. So don't ask them to even change any federal laws because they're not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Secede. That way you can still have a piece of the land, but you'll need a visa to leave your state, well, country at that point, and exit again. So it's all good. Just do that. Problem solved. Now, however, funding and all that stuff, you're going to have to figure that out yourself because you don't want white man money. That's the devil's money.
Mm-hmm.
We, on the other hand, will take white people money, no problem. I don't care what. It's green, all green.
Crypto. That's what I want.
Yeah, it's all green. I ain't got to worry about whether they come from a white man, Hispanic man, black man, blue man, green man. It's money. I'll take it. I'll take it. If I earn it, I'm taking it.
Right.
In any case, I'm just saying, if that's how you feel, stay that way, you know? Yeah, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? Come on now. As a white person, you don't know that you are devilish and everything you own is devilish? Did you know that?
You're just breathing alone makes you devilish. Just breathing air.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, according to these people, anyways. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hold your breath.
Man, I'll tell you. It's just crazy work. In any case, we'll be back Friday.
No, famous? No, maybe.
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
Are we still waiting on CT? Is that what it is?
Still waiting on CT. I'm giving CT the end of this week. I'm going to drop an email, and then I'll publish the email that I send. And if he does not respond to the email, then it'll be CT up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what's going on. What's happened? The Ukraine deal.
Yep.
I don't know if that's
they
a
got
piece.
bombed. They got bombed too.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's right. Russia did.
Yeah.
Russia did a drone strike.
Can we talk about the what about all the peace deals that happened in the last 8 months?
There are no peace deals. Trump doesn't make no deals.
He is the art of the deal.
I say we should go a recap over so far what the last 8 months have been.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's going to happen Friday? Jerome Powell. Is it Friday? I thought something with money. The rates or something. I think that's either Friday or next week. But the rates are supposed to drop.
Oh, okay.
To 1%. Maybe.
Hope so. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But we'll do it for right now. Let's plan the recap unless something happens like substantial.
Yeah.
We'll plan a recap of all he's done. And you know what? That'd be an amazing session right there.
Oh,
There's so much material there. It's not even funny, man. Like what?
Isn't she out? Is she out?
I think officially she's out. Yeah.
They kicked her out of her own district.
Man, come on. So much for that. So we'll cover that come Friday. The updates on what's been happening, a rundown of so far all the things that have been done. And we like to play, Laila. That's what we do. What can we say? We're big and childish, okay? We are big and childish, and we have no problem being okay with being childish.
Yep.
Sometimes we don't forget, we all grew up in the I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
That's true. Yeah.
I ain't growing up for nobody. Forget growing up. You see what results from growing up? Nothing good.
Yeah, we also had the soundtrack of what is it? Schools out for summer.
For real. We ain't playing this game. We never growing up. Forget adulthood. I've seen it.
We don't need no education.
Teacher, leave those kids alone. Listen. Folks, listen. If y'all ever feel stressed, behave like a child. Trust me, you'll feel much better. So much better. Just child out. Just act like a complete small infant, and trust me, your day will go just from dark to light.
Eat a couple of fruit roll-ups, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and make sure you hang it out your mouth and do this. Do anything childish. Just do it. So if you haven't grown up by 50, I was told you don't. Hey, that is logical to me.
I'm okay with that.
I'm cool with. Look, I'm only 2 years off from that milestone, and when I hit it, trust and believe, it'll never happen. I'll be pranking people till the day I pass on.
Yep.
All the time. So we'll catch up with you guys Friday. If you didn't catch the one from Monday, go back and look at it to see exactly what all this hubbub was about.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys come Friday. Mr. Lee.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you Friday. Peace.
Whoa.